Hi sailors, this is Mrs. Cooper here. Happy Monday morning. Hopefully at this time you've already completed that quiz code for the day. And over the weekend and on Friday you had time to catch up on anything you were missing from math class. If not, you are going to need to complete those assignments or retake those assignments whenever you have downtime or at home for homework. So on Thursday, Mr. Jordan had a pretty cool video with some examples on rates and how to change them to unit rates. We are going to continue with rates and unit rates today in this week. So what I need you guys to do is open up your math books to page 34. Again, open up your math books to page 34. We're going to do a few problems together on this page, and then the remaining questions you can work on along with page 35, some questions on page 35. So right now on page 34, we're going to start with number 1. It says, write each rate as a unit rate. So who remembers what a unit rate is? You should have wrote it down in your math notebook last week on Thursday from Mr. Jordan's lesson. If you thought in your head that a unit rate has a denominator of 1, you would be correct when we are comparing an object of 1 as the denominator. So we've got 44 points in 4 quarters. Maybe we're talking about basketball, maybe we're talking about football here, but we want to know how many points they scored in 1 quarter. So first we're going to write our rate as a fraction. 44 points is my numerator. 4 quarters is my denominator. Now, if you remember from last week, Mr. Jordan said that we have to divide when we are changing it to a unit rate. So we are going to divide. And what do we divide by? If we want to get the denominator to be 1 quarter, what do I divide 4 by to get 1? And that would be itself 4. And whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 11 divided by 4 would be 11 points. So each quarter, they scored 11 points. So up here, I would write 11 points. We're going to use the word per, P-E-R, not like a cat purrs, but per would be another way to say this division bar, quarter. And we can just put quarter because that's singular, so that means 1. Pause the video whenever you need to get caught up or want to just get ahead by writing down what I'm writing down here. Now, the next question we are going to go over is number 5. You will work on 2 and 3 after the video. Okay, number 5 says, Molly shot 20 baskets in 4 minutes. Nico shot 42 baskets in 6 minutes. How many more baskets did Nico shoot per minute? So we are comparing 2 different rates here. In order to be able to compare them, we have to find the unit rates for each of them. So I'm going to do Molly's over here, and her rate was 20 baskets in 4 minutes. To change this to a unit rate, we want to divide by the denominator, which would be 4 in this case. And that gives us, I'm going to squeeze it down here, 5 baskets in 1 minute. So that is Molly's unit rate. So she can score 5 baskets in 1 minute. Next, I want to do Nico's rate. Nico's rate, can't see it, let me move it on over here. 42 baskets in 6 minutes. Again, I want to divide by the denominator to make it a unit rate. So 42 divided by 6 would be 7/1. So I kind of ran out of room there. I guess I could write it down here. 7 baskets in 1 minute. So the question said, how many more baskets did Nico score than Molly? So we already know he scored more, but how many more? Well, 7 baskets compared to 5 baskets would be the difference of 2. So we can write Nico shot 2 more baskets per minute than Molly. Maybe if I move that up a little bit, you can see it a little bit more. It's kind of hard to angle that. But Nico shot 2 more baskets per minute than Molly because his unit rate was greater. Now, you will do number 6 here in a little bit, but I want to go over number 7. It says, how are rates and ratios related? Well, Mr. Jordan talked about this last week in his video, or even Mr. Jacobson, if you want to rewatch those videos. That could help you if you were not here or you forgot. So we can say a rate is a ratio that's a bad looking R, compares two quantities with different kinds of units, such as miles per hour. So pause the video if you need to take a little bit longer to copy that down. But but how they are related is a rate is actually a ratio. It's just comparing 2 different quantities. A ratio comparing 2 different quantities, such as miles per hour. All right, so like I had mentioned before, and it says on the screen, on page 34, you're going to do 2, 3, and number 6. Again, circle problems 2, 3, and 6. You're responsible for those on page 34. You're also, if you have time, going to continue to practice on page, sorry guys. On page 35, you can do number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 4 is a challenge. So if you're looking for a challenge, you can do that, or you can simply skip it. Number 5, same thing. It's a challenge, or you could skip it. You can do number 6, number 7, number 8. You can skip that. And you can do number 9. Again, on page 35, circle the following problems. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 9. We also have those listed on the screen, or the PowerPoint that should be on your screen in your room. If you have any questions, you can refer back to the answer key. Those are linked in the presentation also, and hopefully you can figure out how to solve the problem that you have a question on. All right, guys, happy Monday.